All right, this is Night Stabber with a battle report between the Warriors of the Dark Gods and the Kingdom of Equitaine. Now, I'm excited about this fight because I haven't played against this army in 9th edition yet, and this should be interesting. I'm always excited to play against new armies that I haven't played against yet, and it's almost like relearning Warhammer again. So this should be fun. I'm pretty much using my same list I've been using. I'm trying to slowly but surely take out little things that aren't working. And here's my deployment. My big bus is in the middle. Next to the big bus is a unit of warriors, a unit of fallen, once fallen, and then next to the once fallen is a unit of warriors. I'm using the lore of heavens this time, and I rolled pretty bad on what I was going to get. With that, I rolled 3, 4, and 5, which is everything I don't want. Sorry about that. And over across from me, he has two large units of archers, one large unit of halberdiers, a unit and one lance of knights. This is very interesting that there's only one lance and it has so many peasants. But he is using a lord on some type of giant bird, and a character outside of the unit. Is going to be interesting to see what that character really does. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. And back behind the unit, I believe that's a unit of knights, if I'm not mistaken. And over on the far right, he has a unit of loose knights that are just hanging out there. I don't know exactly what they're there for. I think they may be fast cavalry. And this is turn 1. I get first turn, and I vanguard my guys up. And then the following move, I'm going to move I'm going to move my barbarians up in front of his large block of halberdiers, because that's what you are supposed to do with shaft up very large units so you can slow them down, because it's already bad enough they're going to be moving slow. I've moved my once fallen up to guard the flank of the crushers, the crusher bus with my general in it, because that's one of my weak points is getting hit on flanks by things with that unit. So my whole purpose is to try to keep that unit from getting hit on the flank. And recently I've been doing very badly at that. Over on the right side, I move my hounds up. So he has to make a choice here. Either fly over the hounds or allow my hounds to hit him on the flank of his large archer unit, or he has to charge them. So he decides to go ahead and charge them, which I'm okay with that. I mean, they're gonna die a glorious death. Over here, he attempts to charge my barbarians, and they flee around the building, and he's not able to catch them. And then he attempts to charge the chariot, and he's going to fail. And then he moves his general, which is that little black base right there, behind the house, so he can attempt to get a charge on the crusher bus, because he knows the exact weakness that I know that unit has. Is it's not really good at taking flank charges. He's able to kill in close combat. He's able to kill a couple of dogs, about 3 of them, and then run them down, and then slaughter the rest with horse attacks. Yep. Then in my turn, I move I'm able to rally my horsemen, bring them around the house, move the once fallen up right in front of the crushers. I want him to actually charge the horsemen and then run into the flank of the crushers, and in which case I am going to challenge his general with my unit champion. Hopefully that'll slow him down. I'll still have 1 rank and a banner if I'm able to regroup my unit. well, change my facing. Over here, I was able to, during turn 2, I was able to charge his trebuchet and kill it. I really don't know what to do with the Forsaken at this point, because everything the Forsaken could go against is really going to destroy them. So he decides to charge the Forsaken, and he charges the Barbarians in the front and in the flank, just to make sure he kills them. And he charges. If he actually is able to clear the horsemen and charge into the Forsaken, and in close combat. He wasn't able to kill my unit champion after the challenge, so I was like, yes. If he can't kill my unit champion, surely he can't kill my general. Surely. And then in my turn, I'm able to charge him on the flank up here at the top. I'm able to get a couple of spells off. I gave the Once Fallen, I gave them +3 initiative. So now they're at initiative 8, which is insane. And I'm able to get another spell off, and I gave them 1 more attack. So they're rocking pretty well. And hopefully I'm able to kill his general in my turn. In the close combat, maybe even into the challenge. That would be awesome. Over here, I back up my general's unit to accept the charge if he overruns. I want to be able to hit him in the flank in the front with my charge. And over here, I'm able to charge the flank after he destroys the Fallen. I think they rolled like 2 attacks during that last close combat, and they got slaughtered. So maybe if I hit him on the flank, he won't have that many attacks back at me, and I'll be able to destroy that unit. My unit champion was able to put 1 wound on his general. So that's pretty cool. And they destroyed my barbarian unit, as you can see. He reformed his guys, so he's able to get in his turn. He was able to charge me in the flank, but he's only able to get corner to corner. Hopefully that's enough to actually not allow me to break. But then again, he has 2 ranks and a banner, and I'm only going to have 1 rank after this, so that's not good. Yeah, his Pegasi Knights fly over here to threaten the flank of the warriors. If he charges the flank of the warriors, I don't really care if he does that. That's just going to be points for me. What I did do, however, earlier in the game, I did move my wizards into the. I don't know. No, I didn't move them in there yet. Stop. Rewind. All right. Over here in close combat, we didn't do so hot this time. I think we only did 2 wounds on him, and I'm pretty sure I did 2 wounds on him, or it might have been 1 wound and he has some type of marker. I'm really not that sure. Next time I'm going to bring my my wound counters. But we break in close combat and we flee, and they flee right through the Crusher bus and end out on the other side of the Crusher bus because of the Knight unit being as large as they are. The Knight unit wasn't able to really do much in close combat. However, they brought ranks to the fight, and so it swung it into his favor, and he was able to break them, and they ran through the Crusher bus. And then he reforms his Knights to face my unit, and his general tries to chase down the Crushers, but not the Crushers, the Fallen, and he ends up in front of the Crusher bus. Like so. All right. And I'm glad I backed up a little bit, because if I didn't back up, he would have actually made a charge into me. So that was great. Great foresight on my behalf. I'm patting my own self on the back because nobody else will. All right, over here he moves his unit of knights, I believe. They call them knights. They look like dwarves, but they're knights. He moves them outside of the forest, and the flank charge from the marauders, the barbarians, they fail pretty heartily with that. And in my turn, I'm able to charge the Crushers into the flank of his general, and hopefully I'm able to charge the warriors Actually, I didn't charge the warriors in because I figured that the Crusher should win. And in close combat, I drank my potion, and guess what? He had his potion of speed ready and waiting. I was trying to get him to use it, and he didn't. He never took the bait. So he killed my general. He got lucky and killed my general. So wait a minute. He couldn't kill my unit champion in the once fallen, but he was able to kill a nigh killable general. Are you kidding me? Anyway, so that didn't go so quite well, but I do have I have a rank and I have a BSB and a banner, so we stick at leadership 9. Man, that sucked. I mean, that would have changed everything. If my lord had done what he was supposed to do, that would have changed everything. Also in my turn, I had moved my sorcerers into the building. Yep, into the building we go. His unit is too big to get around the back of the building in his turn, and he changes the direction of his knights so he can get a flank charge on my unit. So yeah, yep. Hopefully I won't have to send the warriors in, but it looks like I'm going to have to because people don't know how to do their job. I can't believe it. Anyway, my horsemen, they flee away because I tried to put my horsemen in a way in which they can make his unit of knights hit me on the flank, and well, his flying knights hit me on the flank, and they did what they were supposed to do and paused his guys from hitting me in the rear, because that's what they were there for, to stop them hitting me in the rear. And in my turn, I was able to charge the warriors into the, I think at this point I'm in the rear of his general. So this should go my way. And it does. His general doesn't do so hot in close combat. He takes a wound or two. He runs from the warrior unit, and then the Crushers were able to catch him. He ran 10, but the Crusher unit was 5 inches long. And so when the Crushers turned around to chase him, they actually hit him. And so it ended up gobbling up his general. That's the way we ruled it. So, and now that I'm looking at it, it makes sense, because the Warriors is the unit that he ran from, not the Crushers. And the Crushers, while they were in the close combat, they still are 5 inches long, and then all they had to do was clear 5 inches to catch him. So that's the way we ruled it. I mean, everybody was battling back and forth on what should go on at that point, seeing that, yeah, he ran 10, the Crushers rolled 5, but the Crushers are 5 inches long, and he had to go over the Crushers to get there to his 10 inches. So, I mean, the Crushers still have to move their 5 in his direction. So, since it counts as a new charge, we ruled it that he was a fleeing unit, and he was overtaken the same time he had already fled. So, usually that would be a destroyed unit, so we took it as that. Okay? So when the knife comes out of the sheath, there will be blood. Okay? And down here in his turn, he charges the already fleeing unit of Fallen, who had rallied, by the way. And he runs into them, and yeah, that's not going to be good for them because they're no longer frenzied. He was able to hit my Crusher bus on the flank with his knights and kill them. He overran, and my warriors in my turn flanked his knight unit. They did nothing in close combat, and then he flanks my warriors with his giant horde. So this is a foregone conclusion. So the Kingdom of Equitaine wins. Boo! Yeah, I mean, it was bad dice rolling all the way around. And the bad part about it is, he borrowed my dice. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Subscribe and comment.